Well, g'day everybody. It's Lee here, VK2KRR, and we're in at DX Central, or the radio room here at my place. And I thought it might be interesting to give you a look at my Wi-Fi DXing activities and the components that are that go into receiving long-distance Wi-Fi signals. I might just sort of give you a bit of a view of each of the different components, which are probably the antennas, the receivers, the rotator controllers, maybe the rotator, I suppose, the rotator controller software, and the logging software for receiving we're actually logging down the Wi-Fi network information, so you can work out how far away the signals were. So I might go around all the different things and show you, give you a bit of an idea of what's involved from this end. Nice view up here, guys. Anyway, here's our Yaesu G2800 rotator. It's just doing its little 3-degree step throughs here every 10 seconds as programmed down below. So I'm just on the way up to the top, and thought I might as well just get a quick brief recording here. Yeah, so that's what it does, and up here further we've got the dishes. They're probably about looking at Narandra right about now, I'd say. So, which is right out over there. Nice and flat. Anyway, I'll get up here a little bit further and we'll check these out. Yeah, well, we're up here at the top of the North Tower, and just checking everything out up here. We've got the two Wi-Fi dishes here. They're slowly turning around, as they do. We've got the smaller 2.4 dish up the top, which technically should be bigger. But anyway, it's doing the job. But I am thinking of upgrading that one to a slightly bigger dish. But I'll probably have to custom make the whole thing. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to show you stuff up here, but just at the bottom of the pole here, just around here, is the that's the 5 GHz receiver. Looks like we're getting a bit of corrosion on this on that little cable there. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Might have to replace it with a plastic one. And the other 2.4 radio is just on the other side of the pole there. But everything's looking pretty good there. Up above it there we've got the binary dipole array for the 2 meter band, but it covers from about 140 megahertz to 174 with good SWR if needed. So yeah, anyway, just watching these dishes turn around here for the moment. and we'll let them cycle around, and then they'll scroll right back to the start again, and then probably get down. But it's a nice day up here at the moment. See, we've got these the shields on the front there. Helps keep the birds out of it. Anyway, it's on its way back to 211, and we'll see where that ends up. Should be down that way there, somewhere towards Melbourne. Oh yeah, that's in a pretty good spot there, really. In there towards Melbourne, so it's looking good. There's a bit of a view of that other radio there. I can't remember what sort it is. It's micro-tick some description, just set up for, I think that one actually will do both bands, but it's just set up for 2.4 obviously. On this one here, I've actually got a little amplifier up there as well on the 5 gigahertz. It's a bit touch and go as to whether it's required or not, but it's working anyway, so it's probably exacerbating the receive signal strength slightly, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter what the signal strength is. I'm just more interested in seeing where they're coming from. So yeah, so there you go. It's a bit of a view of the dishes and things here up on top of the North Tower. So here you can see the Green Heron Engineering rotator controller for the Wi-Fi dishes is running. This is connected to the North Tower, and we've got the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi dishes up there, and the rotator controller is connected via USB to another PC here, which is sending the directions to the rotator controller to do whatever it's programmed to do in the software there on the computer. So so at the moment it's stepping 3 degrees every 10 seconds, and that's mostly because the beam width of the 5 gigahertz dish is about 3 degrees, so I'm stepping at 3 degrees, and then it's holding about 10 seconds because that's how long it's taking for the channels that I'm scanning on 5 gigahertz and 2.4 to cycle through at least once. So it cycles through the channels in each position at least once there. It does go slightly, a little bit more than once. Just from memory, I think it's scanning from about 217 degrees, I think, azimuth, and then it's moving, which is sort of southerly, and then it's moving through the west and up to about 349 degrees, I think. So once it gets there, then it just it slowly runs all the way back to 217 again, and then it starts its cycle again. So it just keeps on starting at 217, and then it steps 3 degrees up to 349. Once it gets there, it just goes in one constant sweep all the way back to 217 again, and then it starts again and runs through them all. So okay, I hope you can hope you're going to be able to see this okay. But this is the software controlling the rotators for the Wi-Fi. This is a PST rotator by Y03DMU. Automatic rotation, which is that little box on the right. And so it says that we're starting at 211 degrees. We're stopping at 349, and we're stepping 3 degrees at a time, and the interval is 10 seconds, and it's doing it continuously, so it's coming back to the start. So what it's doing there now, it's just stepping through 3 degrees every 10 seconds basically, and it's going to go all the way up to 349 degrees, and then it's going to come all the way back down again to 211, and just keep doing that constantly basically. I've got the FMDX.PL website up, and you can see this is the MT Scan page where you can get info and download MT Scan. So and you can also find out a lot of other information there as well on Wi-Fi DXing and other things. It's really good. So yeah, there's a lot of technical information there on the FMDX.PL website, so get in there and check it out. And Conrad's got a log there of all the stuff he's hearing and heard in different sessions, and yeah, so that's really good. So yeah, guys, so this is a view of MT Scan. Made by Conrad from FMDX Poland, and Conrad's developed this awesome software for connecting to MikroTik router operating systems there, and gathering all the information from them and logging it on MT Scan here. But yeah, you can get MT Scan off the FMDX.PL website, locked or open column there, and the color there also gives an indication of the signal strength. And then we've got the address, the frequency. This particular on this particular PC. I've got I'm just monitoring 2.4 gigahertz. So you've got the SSID down in this column. Sometimes you'll get a name entered in from the transmitter, and such as Rocket Office. Over here we've got the signal strength. The greatest signal strength recorded in that session will be listed up here, and it will hold the highest signal strength for reference, and then the current signals are in here. So you know, you've got your maximum, and that's what it is now in that signal column. And you've got all these other ones here. I can't remember what they indicate, but you usually get those on proper wireless links and other things. They'll have a little tick there if those particular things are active. Then you've got over here when the signals were first logged from that network, and the last log time over here. And the very far column is for distance, and sometimes I can get the distance to come up. It depends if it's been logged in on WIGLE WIFI if you look for WIGLE Wi-Fi on Google Store, and you can get the app to log down Wi-Fi networks and have them correspond with a GPS coordinate, like in your phone, off the phone GPS, and then you can upload that to their database and reference it back here. So I've had this session going since yesterday evening, as I only tend to get long distance stuff after the sun goes down and through the night and maybe the first part of the morning. And the furthest distance listed here at the moment is 135 kilometres at Olam Orchards, which is out near Darlington Point, and then we've got this field in Link, which is out in that direction as well, 134 kilometres. And then we've got the Colliamberley Irrigation Office there at 121 kilometres. We've got some ZFI base signals there. I'm going to have to get the guys at ZFI and Wagga to see if they can give me an approximate location on where those are, and it'll be interesting to see how far away they are. And down the bottom here I've got Nomad Net at 75 kilometres, and this is at the Narandra Caravan Park as far as I'm aware. So yeah, they're about the only ones that I know that are long distance, but there's a number of them, like this one here that says the farm. It's probably out somewhere. Yeah, so you get a lot of information from MT Scan, and it's really good. It's all pretty automated. You can also click a button here for to take a screenshot, or save the information, like save the file. You can bring it up later, and I could, ones that have the distance logged, I could actually click on show geolocation, and it would come up and show me their location on Google Maps of where the signal is actually positioned, but only if it's been logged with GPS coordinates. So yeah, yeah. So I don't know. That's probably about it with MT Scan, but it's really great. Also, one other thing is you can set it up to enable a warning sound or an alert sound when a new signal is heard. So when a new signal comes in, it'll make a noise to alert you if you're not watching, or if you're out in another room or something. So that's kind of handy too, and you can also turn it off if you don't want to wake people up or something. So yeah, so that's my 2.4 one, and the 5 GHz one's on a separate PC and a separate screen.